of the season with a good Monday nighter between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First play, Mills looking to pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
On second down, Mills again. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Houston. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
To throw again on second down. Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and a Charger first down. Herbert. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Christian Harris there, finding his way home to record the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. They're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a natural for them. And they play a game within the game, and you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Herbert operating from the red zone. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard by the 16.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Third down throw, and misses the target, incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much. Do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of.
All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score. Chargers 10, Texans 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Mills. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Off the play fake, Mills. And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Christian Wilkins in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs now leads to a 3rd and long.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Terry McLaurin. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans have regained the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Flushed out right. Pass complete downfield. It's Pierce. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and working at the 5. And they'll pick up the 38. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Here's Mills. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
2nd down and goal. Mills. Touchdown! Cole Kmet, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Charger drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, it's still in the first half here. A long way to go. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact back the ball free. It's fourth down.
Good clean play. No players coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on fourth down. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. A first down throw for Mills. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch, dragging the toes. And that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good strong catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Touchdown, Texans. Cole Kmet. Beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Got an open man, it's Josh Palmer. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On first down, it's Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and the Texans are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 19-yard line. Play action now, Mills. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Derwin James with it back, and the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Man open, here is Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Here's Herbert. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
They're going to have to stretch for this one. This is for winning territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fall back on this one. But I think they're definitely
loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With the way things are going in this game, I think they've got to consider going for it here. I realize it's just the 2nd quarter, so they're not panicking, but they need something to give them positive momentum to get things going.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Hopkins with the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Mills' throw taken in by Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The Texans at 10-1 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame.
He's got a man, complete. And finally down he goes. See him working inside the 10 to the 7. Now Mills. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. On 2nd and goal, Mills. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go touchdown.
Cole Kmet on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Charger drive about to get going.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right. On Herbert, his third interception. Picked up by Christian Harris. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they have.
And Mills is intercepted for the third time. And the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Oh, he still makes the catch, even though it was tipped at the line.
Touchdown, L.A.! Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is, if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Texans. Terry McLaurin on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked up by Xavier McKinney. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play in this first half.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Chargers going to get the football first here in the second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Here's Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds.
And now here's another interception. Jalen Petrie picks it off. It was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
On play action, Mills rolling to his right. And his throw is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mills. Pass the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Cortland Sutton, 46 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Herbert's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And you see zone defense, and you know you've got to drag around the line as your primary call. You've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
3rd and 2, Herbert.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Running on first down, Eckler.
43 yards on the ground for him so far.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the 29, Herbert. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
The pressure from multiple guys here as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Christian Harris.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TV.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick six on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Eckler now between the tackles. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job.
And now here's another interception.
Jalen Petrie picks it up, and the Texans will take over here as they get it up to the 33-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And some space here. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers 20. 36 yards on the play. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move from the 20 to the 15. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
73 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Another carry for Pierce.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
They'll try to run with Pierce.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Mills to the sideline, and out now is Kaimi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal try.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And these guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Christian Harris. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Dameon Pierce, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, that uses motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Looking downfield for Jones. And unable to connect. Incomplete. They give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. As the Chargers punt it in. And we think to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From the 41, Mills.
And he'll get this complete downfield to Kmet.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards there, a first down. Throwing, Mills. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 15. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Christian Harris. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Yet another mistake after the interception there, guys. You look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, it hasn't paid off for them.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Pierce. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD's second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half was... Herbert has it knocked free. And the Texans say they have it. They do. And I don't know that fumble's going to matter. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back from the 9, 2nd and 5. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Pierce now up the middle. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Going for it with Pierce. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further. After that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Charger drive about to get going.
For this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This is obviously been a bad offense, but one of the few things they can still do is try to throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Christian Harris. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
And now, oh boy, this is a bit of a surprise, to be kind. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay. Give left side for Pierce to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
That's complete right side to Komet.
A gain of 32 that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Fans usually love to see scoring, and there's no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything.